I believe that sometime this year we're going to come out what I choose to call the coronavirus bubble. And as we come out of that bubble, we're going to be driven by artificial intelligence, machine learning, genome sequencing, genome editing, genome therapy, EVs, whatever you might want to add to that. If that's the case, then all we have to do is go back and look at the dot-com bubble, which I think is comparative, and see what happened to give us a view of what might happen relative to artificial intelligence, genome sequencing, genome editing, and the stocks. Then we got to pick the stocks. So let's take a look at it and see if we can figure this out.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
First of all, you've got to buy into the fact that artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing is going to change our world. If you buy into that, you know that once this interest rate and inflation issue is put behind us, the market is going to go up. If you then add to that, then you believe into genome sequencing, genome editing, and we're going to have a revolution within our medical field and move from medical care to medical cure. If you buy into just those two premises, then we can go back and say, okay, this is past history. This is what happened when the world bought into this new thing called the internet, and then followed by social media, and then followed by e-commerce. If you buy into that it's going to be a repeat once we put the bubble behind us, then I think you can see what's going to happen, and you can probably come up with a pretty good idea as who the benefactors of this are going to be. So let's first of all look at past history to give us some guidance into the future. A lot of time in. It's my Excel spreadsheet, and I extrapolate these numbers basically from Seeking Alpha and my Trading Views charts. And what I've done is created a view of what happened to Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon as a result of the dot-com bubble. As you can see, Apple lost 71, followed by 41, then 35% over a 3-year period. Microsoft lost 64, went up 53. Amazon lost 80 and then 30. And then they all went into 2002. And I'm going to say the comparable to 2002 is what's happening right now, 2003. Apple didn't fare so well, but you see Microsoft and Amazon had good, strong years. Now then, a similar thing happened in 08. 57% down, 45% down, 45% down. But in all cases, they all rebound quite healthy. Look at this, from the dot-com bubble up to the subprime crisis, Apple just flourished. Amazon didn't do nearly so well, and Amazon actually had some good and bad years. Then we came through the subprime crisis, and they all did well. Now we're all the way down here to 2022. Apple lost 29% thus far this year. They're up 23%. Lost 28 thus far, up 11. Lost 42 thus far, up 16. See the comparisons. You have the beating they take, and then they rebound. So this is where I'm at. I'm saying this is going to be comparable to 2003 and 2009. And we're going to see a good year before the year is over. So then I take that and I say, okay, what is going to be the change? I certainly think that these are the companies, or some of the companies, that are going to do well and take us as a result of artificial intelligence. But then we have this genome sequencing and genome editing that I'm talking about that I think is going to give us some other very healthy healthy returns. So let's familiarize ourselves with the players here. This is the genome editing. These are the people who are the lab technicians that are creating and trying to create the drugs of the future, the therapies of the future that are going to take disease out of our bodies. And as you can see, they run on a roller coaster. This is Editis. At one point, it was up 137%, then followed by a year of down 62, down 67. So as you can see, your $10,000 that you invested over here has decreased, or on Editis has decreased to 6,500. You're negative. That's kind of where I'm at. On CRISPR, similar situation. Some very heavy good years as the information around the drugs were being absorbed and the market was doing well. And then they, like Editis, have had a very bad year and are getting off to a good start. Are we seeing a similar pattern to what happened after the dot-com bubble? And then Natala had a very good run up. Look at this. At one point, you got up to $74,000, and then you lost 70% of your value, and you're down to 26. But again, is this comparable to the digital revolution? Is it fair to say this is the medical cure revolution, and you'll see similar numbers. Now, Illumina has been around since 2000. This is the company that created genome sequencing, the process by which you spit in a tube and they run it through a machine, and it comes back and says, this is what your genome looked like. Back in 2000, that process cost $1 billion, okay? And they were the only game in town, the only people. And there was a lot of hope on it, but there was a lot of apprehension as well. Will you ever have a product that is purchasable by the human being, by the economy? By the time we got down to 2010, the price of that had come down to $1,000, and now the price of this is down to about $150. The problem is there is no real use for it. I mean, do you want to go and have your genome sequenced and told you, yes, you have a propensity for heart disease, you have a propensity for cancer and Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, but there's nothing we can do about it. So they don't have a line forming for the use of their machines. And so that's pretty much what happened last year. And as you see, your $6,000, I guess I switched here from 10 to 6, grew substantially, and it's still a good amount. But then Pacific Biosciences, it came in as a competition. So these are the two players in the field. And again, you can see they've had a roller coaster. Here's Pacific Biosciences in 2021 was up 450%. It was basically a penny stock and then got up substantial. Down 57% last year, up this year 36%. Outperforming substantially Illumina. So my take on that is you own both of them. I guess my takeaway is if you believe that genome sequencing, genome editing, genome therapy is comparable to what's going to happen or what did happen with the internet, and is going to explode much as the internet did, then this is where you want to be. And you have an advantage over me. I bought at these prices. I bought probably back when it was it was in the 137, 151, and 28. So I'm down substantially, but I'm still holding. I've added to my Editis, and that's because they won the patent suit. They own the patent for CRISPR, which is the science that makes genome editing possible. Okay, so I guess what we're doing is a do-over. That's what we used to call it in grade school, a do-over. You get a second chance. And this is a do-over of the dot-com bubble, even a do-over of the subprime crisis. You have to, or I have to, believe that our world is going to become a better place. And if it's going to become a better place, it's going to be as a result of technology. And we know what that technology is. It's been slamming us in the face since November that it's artificial intelligence. We've read books from way back in 2017 explaining to us what artificial intelligence is and who the big players were going to be. IBM, Alibaba, Microsoft, Tencent, Apple, Baidu, Facebook, Amazon, and Google. That's what we were told, and it is coming to fruition. I don't happen to invest in Chinese stocks, so those two are out. I don't know who the CEO of IBM is, so that one's out, but I have replaced it with NVIDIA. So I'm trying, in fact, to buy NVIDIA today. So if you believe that the world is going to become a better place, then all you have to do is identify the stocks, the companies that are going to make it a better place, and forget about all this interest rate and inflation. Yeah, I'm not going to try to catch the knife as it falls. I'm not that good at predicting what the market will do next week, next month, next year. But what I do feel very confident is our world is going to change. Artificial intelligence is going to do it. Genome sequencing, genome editing, and certainly electric vehicles. Now, I will not invest in Tesla. I used to, was one of my largest holdings, but I'm not comfortable with their relationship with China. I'm not comfortable with a country who flies balloons over us, who challenges us in every regard as a world superpower, who has declared they will replace us as a world superpower. I would not invest in Tesla if he had a plant in Russia. So that's my take back on that. Do I believe, in fact, that electric vehicles are going to be a part of our world? Oh, certainly I do. But I see a tremendous amount of competition appearing in that area. So that's an area you need to find comfort with. In summary, we've got a do-over. So take advantage of it. Put yourself in a position to take advantage of the change that we're going to have on our world. I still love the quote that I read somewhere that said, if Thomas Jefferson came back and was transported to 2023, the amount of change we're going to see in the next 15 years is comparable to what Thomas Jefferson would have seen from coming from 1776 to 2023. The world is about to explode. You need to invest in it. And you also probably need to invest in some of this whiskey that is involved in my arbitrage. I'll talk more about that in the future. I'll talk more about artificial intelligence as well as genome sequencing and genome editing. This is an investment opportunity of a lifetime.